Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Smead, and this is my video for Unit 1 project about how to make arguments against the Fourth Amendment, allowing fire investigators to create or take evidence for a case at a fire scene. So we have the story here of the background information about the fire department going to 614 May Street, and there was fire in the sides, Alpha and Delta of the force, the house, and the doors were forced open. There was a search. Operations were abandoned because the family was still arriving from the store where they were at. Upon the scene being unsecured, a fire investigator showed up. The family was still gone, and he or she made entry to the structure, beginning the investigation and taking photographs of the structure, exterior, interior, all the normal stuff that this person would do. Examining evidence, taking personal items appearing to be missing. The family said that items were being taken and missing, and appeared to be staged with old furniture and broken TVs. The investigator collected melted devices, a pour pattern behind the TV towards the kitchen, collected samples, notified law enforcement that you were going to charge the homeowner with arson. The homeowner's attorney stated that the fire investigator made entry into the residence without permission, and any of all evidence collected must be suppressed due to the chain of custody. The defendant's attorney stated that the evidence obtained was a violation of the homeowner's constitutional rights, including the Fourth Amendment against warrantless searches and seizures. So, the Fourth Amendment says that this person has all rights to take anything to help the case against the family that caused the arson, and it showed that there was arson involved, without any warrants, without any permission of the homeowners. So I believe that things like this should be allowed to be brought up to the judges for evidence, because there was plenty of evidence that the fire investigator found stating and showing that there was arson habits that created this house fire that possibly could have injured a firefighter. This story right here that was in KCRA 3 website, a woman gets 9 years for fire that badly burned a Fresno firefighter. This captain had second and third degree burns. He fell through the roof of the home while battling the blaze. The woman then stated that the house critically injured the firefighter he fell through the floor, has been sentenced to she has been sentenced to 9 years in prison. This 53-year-old lady pleaded no contest to arson, so she did it herself. She basically said, yes, I did this. And in the case that if she said no, then that fire investigator or that fire department would have done their investigation to prove that there was arson in any way or means of faulty construction, faulty electrical, no permits. He fell through the roof while trying to ventilate. And as you can see, he has second to third degree burns with 70% of his body hasn't been released. I want to show you guys the video, but it's already been played. The argument I want to bring up is that no matter what, a fire needs to be investigated. People need to understand what and why this happened. And that's what those fire investigators do. They're trained to do that. They know all the laws, and they work in conjunction with law enforcement constantly. So all the evidence that in our scenario that was captured by the investigator was not in breach of the member's Fourth Amendment at all. There was no constitutional rights broken there. That person had all rights to do what this person is saying they're not allowed to. If this stuff is not brought up, then that person can't be held liable if there was a injury or a death to a firefighter, just like it was in that story of that captain that fell through. If she said, no, I didn't create this, and there was an investigator who can come out and say, hey, this is this, I have X, Y, and Z evidence to prove that there was arson or faulty construction, electrical remodels of the house with no permits or anything like that, then that person that owns the house is reliable for that firefighter's death or injury. Let's see what it did.